So today I woke up and I did a morning practice that I do most mornings, where I just invite myself to take a few moments, literally just a few moments. I put my right hand on my heart, I put my left hand over my yoni, and I just take some breaths. And I really invite, in those moments in my sleepy body, that I welcome my sexuality and my sensuality into my day. And I really welcome my womb into my awareness and into my listening and into my grounding. Some days I skip past that so quickly that my body knows I haven't really owned it, and I just carry on through my day. And some days I notice that I am able to really just drop into that, and that practice becomes life-changing. And I know that that can sound like such a big statement, but I have known it to be life-changing. I often find the most powerful times for this practice is literally just after my winter. As my winter is coming to those dribby drab end of, and my spring is just springing. I find that this practice with my womb and my yoni and my sensuality and sexuality is at its most vocal. It also feels it's at its most vulnerable, because as I step up into my power, there comes vulnerability with that. And today I noticed that my womb was not just talking to me, she was shouting, "Enough! I've been tapping on your door for a few weeks. Where have you been? I've wanted to show you something. I have something for you. Stop hiding, stop listening to everything else. Just listen to me." And so I took some deeper breaths, circular breath work, slow and deep and circular, in and out, and I listened. At the moment I host a sisterhood circle, and this sisterhood circle was an invitation to a group of women to energetically experience each other, and to safely, with no judgment and with no conditioning, to just experience what does it mean to show up with both feet, and to experience each other in a way where we can learn more about ourselves by taking a risk energetically. It's been a learning experience, as all of these are. And today my womb was telling me how I had checked out. I had stopped owning my responsibility in the facilitation of this circle, and that I was mirroring some behaviours within the circle. And it's true, I was. And so today I stepped back in. I stepped back in with 2 feet. And as I did some movement towards what that looks like, my body was shaking. My womb was stirring like you're stirring soup on the stove. My yoni was pulsing and activated. My voice felt like I need to clear. There's stuff to clear. And my third eye was attuned. I was picking up on so much. And my crown chakra just was open and unapologetic and confident. And my solar plexus was shining, but with the vulnerability of risk. And there is this beautiful balance in that that keeps me human. And I still have the fizzy the fizzy sensation throughout my body, that the risk is they might not like me for stepping up and speaking up. They might feel pain for some things that I am called to share. That they might feel rejection, etc., etc. But the beautiful womb just steps in and says, go for it. This is awakening. This is magical. This is the gift of life. It is only through our death can we find true life, true freedom. And freedom isn't necessarily pleasurable at times. It's not necessarily feeling that flourishing or safe even. It can feel really vulnerable. It can feel like the ground is shaking beneath you. But I know, and I've come to know, that by taking that risk when my body talks, that she's always right. That those people that meet me at the table of that vulnerability and of that power, they transform and I transform. We expand and we awake together. And those that don't sit up at the table, that's okay. All is welcome. That inability at that moment is no reflection on whether they will be ready another time, in another way, with another energetic exchange. And I trust that. It's not personal to me. It's not personal to me. But I am called here to be me. I'm called into this life to be who I am, not who you are, not who they are. I'm not here to limit myself because of what you might feel about me or how you might respond to me. I am called here to be sensitive towards you and myself and others. I am called here to be loving and generous and kind. But I'm also called here to be accepted in my ugly as much my beauty. And it's in my ugly, actually, that you will truly be able to accept my beauty. I don't really want to just experience your beauty. I find that I come away from relationships when I only feel they share their nice side. Feeling a little bit cheated of fullness. And I think that there's a beautiful balance with each other where we can take a risk, and if we come with grace and we come holding a mirror. My right hand is the mirror. I want to look in to see myself. And in my left hand is the mirror where I want to be able to turn it and show you your reflection. And in these mirrors, I hold grace and space and love and forgiveness, and let's do this together. So this experience today of listening to my womb just after my period has finished and my opening of spring is on its way, this taking a risk to potentially trigger someone, hurt someone, lose someone, means that there is also this possibility that I might gain someone, something, some new path that is brighter and higher and more vibrational than what it is right now. And so I take a risk. I've taken a risk before and I've lost dear, precious people in my life. And I'm willing to take a risk again. For I would far rather stand here alone, but free, than stand here with hundreds of people who celebrate me for my beauty, and yet they never know my ugly. That to me would be unknown. And I don't want that. And I don't want that for you, and I don't want that for my children. I want a world that lives with the delicate balance of the ugly and the beauty as one, and all is welcome, and I forgive you, please forgive me. Let's evolve together with love, authenticity and transparency.